Okay, welcome back. Now, this is going to be a demo video showing the site mod with a pre-existing structure, as well as a settlement template for Coastal Cottage. I did this similar to Sanctuary and Red Rocket, where I built essentially a little cozy player home style settlement, and it requires one ESP as its master. One of the 3 core mods that is essential for all of the templates that I've released is included in this because of the pre-existing structure, and that is Hoses HCS Easy Home Builder and Working Double Beds. Highly recommend. It's a very good mod. It's one of the 3 core mods, and just to reiterate, the other 2 are Homemaker and Workshop Rearranged. But what this does is it allows you to have a pre-built structure that you could also edit if you want to. It's considered pre-existing, so if you use something like transfer settlements or raise my settlement to remove all the other settlement objects in here, it should leave this structure in place as long as you don't mess with it. But if you wanted to, let's say for example you like the floor plan but you don't like the style that I chose, you can disassemble it and insert your own hoses, HCS walls, exterior and exterior if you want to. Just bear in mind that the roof is scaled. Some of the objects in here, like the overhang over the door and the roof panels, those are scaled down to fit this floor plan because those are designed, the meshes are original size for the main home sizes for Sanctuary. This is a smaller floor plan because it's just a little cottage. So just bear in mind if you delete those and go to rebuild it, that you may want to leave the roof alone. But the floor is standard size, the walls are standard size, and most everything else in here should be good. As with Sanctuary and Red Rocket, it has switched lighting constrained by light boxes. I tried to balance the borders of the light boxes so that you don't see the seam too much. You can barely make it out. You really have to look for it, but it came out pretty good, and it barely shows when you open and close the door. So, the lighting is balanced. Everything works well. The fireplace turns on and off, and just like Sanctuary, it has that shadow casting light and the ambient glow for the room, but it also has something new. I found the smoke effect for Saugus Ironworks, and now when you turn the fireplace on and off, for added realism and immersion, you get smoke effect coming out of the chimney. Yeah, as my brother would say, I need to lay off the mentats. So, added just a little extra detail, and everything is switched. This is going to be just a simple bathroom. There's going to be like toilet, sink, and shower, similar to what you saw in Red Rocket. The wood panels, as long as you have my Red Rocket texture material override installed before this will inherit the matching wood, which I like a little more than Hose's default wood. His looks a little too new. This is kind of like a happy medium, a little more rustic, and it seemed like a good fit for a cottage by the ocean. Closet in here, that can be anything. You'll see what I did with it, but you can build pretty much anything. So basically, kitchen area, dining area with a view, master bedroom with a view, working fireplace, closet, and bathroom. Now what I'm going to do is go out here. I'm going to import a settlement template. I'll pause the video here. I'll change the time of day so that you can see it during the day. And when we return, it'll be daytime, and I'll have the settlement imported, and you guys will get to see what I've built, and maybe that will give you some ideas of what you might like to build here. But even if you just use the site mod, you need HCS Easy Home Builder to get the walls in the pre-existing structure, and that will let you use the lighting in the light boxes. Now, if you like the lighting in the light boxes, you decide not to use hoses, you're going to be stuck with like the entryway and some of the doors because they are included with, I think they're very similar to vanilla assets. For whatever reason, the game keeps them in when I scrap the whole thing. So you might have some leftovers. But for the light boxes and the light switches to work, you'll have to duplicate this floor plan just like in Red Rocket. Just be aware, that's the way the game engine works. But as long as you're okay using HCS Easy Home Builder, you're going to get this nice starting structure. Everything is on its own layer. The structure's on one layer, the lighting is on another layer, and the roof is on another layer. That made it really easy to edit everything. And also, as with all my mods, even though the structure is not pre-combined because it's editable, it has recipes, so the game skips that. Everything else around it, the terrain in the existing area, the pre-combines and the visibility have been recalculated, so your frame rate will stay high, and I'll have the frame counter on when we switch to importing the settlement, so you'll be able to see that. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to pause the video here, bring the settlement template in, show you what I've built, and wrap up. Okay, welcome back. I've set the game hour to be 8 in the morning, so we have daylight. The settlement template is imported, and this is what I built. I've moved the workbench over there, by the way. It's part of the mod. If you load into this cell before you activate my mod, the workbench might not be where it's supposed to be. You could either leave the cell and let it reset, you could activate my mod before you come here, or you could disable and re-enable the workbench, and it should move it to where it needs to be. The script that's attached to it should set it there, and then you should be good to go. This is an optional mod. It's the Global Stash. It handles scrapping much like, say, a trash compactor mod, and it also has a toggle for you to fill all your water bottles in one shot. Very nice mod. House for dog meat. That's a guard chair. If you have a settler here, it's going to function as a guard. I probably won't, but one concern with settlements is you could lose a settlement if happiness drops too low. Since there's no settlers here, I don't see happiness being a thing, but, you know, we are talking about Bethesda. If, for whatever reason, happiness drops and this settlement is taken over by baddies, I may, like, enclose the porch over here, bring one settler in, and throw some crops on the ground just to make them happy. That'll be somebody who can tend my property while I'm away. But let's get into the actual floor plan. Guard chair, main entrance, water over here. There's a crafting station on the outside. This is HCS's really compact crafting station. Very, very good. Very good mod. Stairs up to the roof. And one thing that you notice is even though I have a power core and the power box up here and everything wired, it's not active. It's not on. There is one thing you need to do when you use HCS's power, and you need to take the core out. Just touching it runs a script to reset your power grid checks, and everything powers on. I do include one core with this template. That should be all the power that you need. If you feel like that's cheating, you could always take it out, delete it, and craft a new core. You just need one fusion core from Power Armor for it. Going inside, here's the kitchen. This is Evan Pox's modular kitchen. It's no longer available on the Nexus because of mod packs, but you can still get it on Bethesda.net. If you already have an older version of it, I got mine before he took it off, and I've been using that, and it works just fine. The new version does have one additional requirement on Bethesda.net, but it's documented there. You can import your own kitchen of choice. This has got a couple decorations on it, though, so just be aware some of this stuff might be floating if you don't use that, but you use other mods like Dino's Decor. This is the dining area. The blinds all work. You can open and close them. This has a view over the ocean and to the trees. If you don't like the view of the broken down junky house, you can close that one. Little vase on an end table. And the coffee area with Eleonora's coffee poster. Gotta have that. There's a laundry closet. That's what I did with that. It can be anything, but that's what I tossed in there. We got the hamper and the clean towels. We got a little storage area with a dresser over here and some decor. Pretty much all of your stuff. Weapons, ammo, clothing, armor, medical supplies, and a safe for legendaries or whatever you want to put in there. You're good to go. Over the toilet, yes. It's bad humor. I don't care. It was too funny for me not to do it. We have sink and the mirror and the shower. Nice thing when it's dark, the lighting in here is tuned to where it's a little darker in that corner, and this obnoxious bright white Institute glow that's on this shower material, it tones down a lot at night, so you only have to put up with it during the day. I don't know. At some point, I may go in and see if I can make a custom shower and change that, but it's just not worth it. I use it infrequently, and I'll put up with the glow. Here's the player's bed. Some nice decorations, a chair, and just added some homey things to kind of fill the room out. It came out nice. Now, one thing, and you can open and close these blinds as well, has a nice view of either the forest or the ocean. And one thing that I did do, similar to Oberlin Station, these are player pillows that are on the bed. And that way, in case you have any settlers, they won't come in here and mess around with the pillows. But this is actually just a regular vault bed. And this gives you the option to either use HCS's pillow assignments for the player and your companion, but I don't know if the animation plays properly with that. So I also put the option to have just a regular bed in here. So you can either use the pillow animation or the standard vanilla bed animation. And if you have trouble with settlers coming in here and using the regular bed, you can take the regular bed out and put the vault-style bed with mattress and blanket per Hose's Easy Home Builder and working double beds. That's a great mod, and that's why I used it for this. Working radio. And this is actually a wall clock. I scaled that down and positioned it to look like a little alarm clock. I don't know why the game doesn't have a placeable alarm clock. That'd be great decor. Anyway, I'm whining over minutia. This is pretty much it in a nutshell. It's filled out and decorated really nice. You saw the working switch for the fireplace and all the lighting, the smoke that comes out the chimney, and that is what I've built here. I hope it gives you guys some good ideas. This is my Coastal Cottage Player Home mod. I hope you all enjoy the mod. I hope you all enjoyed the video. And as with all of them, you can see that I've been getting 59.9, 60 FPS locked on this. The meshes have been pre-combined. The visibility's been fixed. And even though this structure is editable, your performance should still stay high. Everything else around here in the cells, the rocks, the trees, everything else that can be combined has been combined. So it's as optimized as it can possibly be, while still giving you the flexibility to strip down and change that structure if you so desire. So, I hope you all like that. Hope you enjoyed the mod and the video, as I said earlier. And may you shoot many super mutants in the face.